reading the book of Matthew, and the book of Matthew is my favorite book in the Bible. I love this book. I mean, my highlights, like the first page right here is not like that crazy, but man, I get into it. I love the book of Matthew. And one thing that stood out to me this time reading it was just like constantly the Lord, everything that's happening in this time, the Lord backs it up by saying, this was spoken out by the prophet. This was spoken out. This was spoken out. And it's showing God's faithfulness and his consistency. Our God is a consistent God. If he says something, you don't even have to believe it, but it's going to come to pass. We don't have say as a human, because if God said it, it's going to happen. All the end time, prophecies, all the things that are going to happen, they're going to happen. We don't have a say. Now, in our personal lives, when the Lord speaks to us, we play a part because now we're co-laborers with that. But a lot of the stuff that is written here, it says it was written by the prophet. It was spoken by the prophet. And it's catching my eye because it's catching the consistency and the faithfulness of God. And it allows us, as we're reading it, to be able to, it should build faith in us in knowing that if God has spoken something to us, if he was faithful then, he's faithful now, because he does not change. His word says he doesn't change. So we have to choose to believe it. When you choose to believe it, you can count God and keep like an accountability with God that he's faithful. He is faithful. And it's when we choose not to maybe believe in that, we're really only harming ourselves. We're only putting ourselves in a place not to fully indulge and live out the fullness of God. God is faithful and he is consistent, and what he said to you, he'll do it. He will do it. You have to hold him to his word because he will do it. Obviously, you have a part to play. You can't hold him to his word but then not be doing what he told you to do. I can't, have something the Lord is going to give me but then I'm not faithful to him. It's a co-laborship. We're co-laborers with Christ. But the Lord is consistent and he is faithful. So what he said to you, you have to trust and believe and read these chapters of Matthew, because it builds faith in you, knowing that if he answered then years later, so long, this was Isaiah and those prophets prophesying before Jesus even came. If he prophesied that back then and he was still faithful and he did what he said he would do, he's going to do it now, because he's the same God today, yesterday, and forevermore.